Okay, so for this project I'm going to do some glass scented candle jars. I've brought these from a high street store and they're scented, and I got this idea when I was in there buying some clothes. I thought it'd be a nice idea to do some in loving memory jars, because everybody likes to light a candle when somebody passes and when animals pass. So I'm going to do a generic one for humans in the green and a dog one in the pink. Now to do this, I've got two different types of self-adhesive vinyl I'm going to work with, so I'm going to do two different finishes. So for the green one, I'm going to use this, which is self-adhesive etched glass glitter vinyl. Doesn't look much when it's on a sheet, but when it's cut it looks very pretty. And I'm going to use this holographic vinyl self-adhesive for the other one. Now I'm going to do a variety of methods. I'm going to die cut again, so I'm going to use this for the in loving memory for people, and this for pets. And this is a tattered lace die that was a free gift a few weeks ago on Create and Craft. And then I'm going to add the words using the scan and cut. So I'm going to just very quickly show you how to use the scan and cut to create the words. So this is the home screen. I'm going to go to pattern, letters, and I'm going to use this scroll version here because obviously I want it to look nice. And because I want to tier them up in 3 lines, I'm going to do each word separately. So in and OK, set, and then I'm going to add, again, loving, OK, set. Let's put these out of the way for a moment, and then add again, and then I want memory. Okay, set. Now they're all obviously too big, as you can see from those jars, so I want them slightly smaller because I want them to wrap round it. So first off, I'm going to line them all up. So I go into the plus screen to do this, so I can have a bit more control, and I'm going to use this as my centre line. And I want the words quite close together. And then, just to make sure they are lined up, I'm going to select them all on the mat and go to my line-up box, and I'm going to line them that way. And then, before I decide to stick with that, I want to make sure none of the letters are overlapping each other, because obviously it's quite a detailed file. They're okay. Okay. Now, obviously they're still too big, so I'm going to group them at this point so that I can actually reduce the file completely. Resize box, and I want to reduce it down so that I'm happy with it on the jar. So that's going to, how I work it out is I look at the mat and I think, right, okay, so that's 3.5 squares. So I look at 3.5 squares on here. My mat is filthy, but I do this on purpose when I'm using vinyl so that I don't get too sticky. So 1, 2, 3.5 brings me to there. So I'm going to measure that and to make sure I'm happy with it. And when I am, then I double check it on the size of the jar to make sure it's not too big. Once I've done that, I'll resize it again so that I measure it so it fits inside this frame for the second one, and then I'll cut it from the frosted glass. So 3.5 will give me roughly 9 centimetres of height. So look at the jar, 9 centimetres is way too big. You see, it needs to be about 6, so 6 centimetres on the mat is about 2.5, so I still need to reduce it down. see that? So I'm happy with that now. So I'm going to put that in, load the mat and cut it, and then I'll cut the other one for the other one, and then I'll bring you back to show you them before I weed them. Just want to show you this on the mat before I do it. See how I've used the etched glass and I've overhung it on the mat because I don't want to waste too much of it. And I just wanted to show you again that my blade is on half, and that with the cut pressure on 0, cut speed on 1. I'm going to cut that. Okay, so I've cut out on the scan and cut the In Loving Memory. I decided as I was about to put the machine on to cut that I actually ought to test the glitter for etched vinyl against the two colours of the green and the pink, and actually preferred the effect on the pink, so I changed my mind and I've swapped it around. So the bigger with the dog is going on the pink, and that's the glitter etched, and the like oil on water effect silver holographic is going to be going on the green. And then I've cut a little bit off each again to do the dies. I'm using one frame for the silver, and I've cut a bigger bit for the glitter etch because I'm going to see how it looks when I do it, but I might actually do a dog either end of the memory wording. So I'm going to put those through my cut and boss, and we'll bring you through when they're out the other side. Okay, so I've weeded out the In Loving Memory in the glitter self-adhesive etched glass vinyl. And there's the two die cuts. See how amazingly they've embossed as well at the same time. That's the beauty of using vinyl. Now if you're using vinyl on your dies, remember to put your vinyl into the die so that the die sits on the top surface of the vinyl, which gives you your best outcome at the end. And all that red bit, that's just a bit that's a bit of floating glitter. Here's the other one. I've die cut the frame. Again, I've put the frame to the vinyl on the front so that it works, and then when it goes on the candle it'll sit on there. And I've weeded the lettering out and put it on the grid so I can get it straight. And then I'm going to use the transfer tape which belongs to the grid. This is the backing sheet, this grid for the vinyl, so I'm going to put this transfer over it to adhere it to the candle before I put the saying on. And I shall do the same before I put the frame on. I shall do the same with this, put the lettering on first this time, and then I shall put the dogs and the wellies on next to that afterwards. So I'll do that now and I'll bring you back when I'm ready. So here's the reverse of the design on the transfer tape ready, and I've just wanted to show you how easily, even though it's really intricate, the backing of that came off. So it's ready to transfer onto the candle jar, which I'll do now. I just wanted to show you I've changed the lettering on the pink one because the dog and the boots stand out nicely, but the wording I wasn't so happy with, but I think you'll agree that this one is better. And because I've made it bigger, I've obviously only been able to do 2 lines, so I've done this one Loving Memories, which actually with the dog and the boots is quite a nice change anyway. And then as you can see, I've also created a collar, and I've used this with a strip of the paper and a hole punch. Now this was the hole punch I used for this one, so let's cut the hole punch, border punch, and I've created another one for the collar for this, and I've used this X-cut border punch on my vinyl. And as you can see, it cuts really easily, and then I'll peel it off and create the border on the side around the top. Now I'll bring you back, just show you. Can't do it one-handed, left hand's appalling. It does peel up really easily when you're not trying to use one hand. There you go. Peels up ever so easy, so I'm just going to stick that on and then I'll be back. There you go. That's the jar finished. And just remember, if something doesn't stick, a bit of white backing card on there, stuck on there, then don't worry about it. Just keep going and you'll get there. You could finish them off if you wanted to with some self-adhesive gems or stick some gems on, but because of the simplicity of what they are, I don't want to overcomplicate matters, so I'm going to leave them at that. There you go. Because this pink one has the Scotty dog on the side, I finished the lids, decorated them, because feathers, everybody always thinks of feathers when they're thinking of loved ones again. So I've got a Scotty dog on the top, which I've put on with some 3D gel, and because I still wasn't happy that the letters were sticking out enough, I've gone over them with a Sharpie pen. Well, actually I've gone around the outer edges on the glass with my Sharpie pen, and that is your finished article. A bit bright, but that was the whole point for this one, because of the Scotty dog. I thought it'd be nice to have something bright and cheery. And then I've gone a little bit more traditional with the next one. So this time I've gone for a green feather and a butterfly stuck on with some clear 3D gel, and then obviously that's the jar. So there you go.